The Angelica Touch by Lindsay Jane Sedgwick, Chapter 13. So where do we start, says Grace. We pick a template, decide on all the different sections we need. Graphics only come then, but I think they're almost the most important part. At least until we design the questionnaire. Yeah, but how do we get people to log on to the site? I'm way ahead of it there. You do really hot graphics and Simon makes them whiz around the site. Grace interrupts before I can tell her about my latest idea for flying cherubs and roses literally growing up the side of the homepage. That won't be enough, she says. You have to think global. What do people really want to see? What are the most popular things on the internet? Cute cats, singing dogs, laughing babies? Exactly, so we make a trailer full of ninja babies, dogs dancing with ducks, and cats reading Shakespeare. Everyone looks at the trailer, clicks on the link, and they end up on our site. Because they think we're a dodgy puppy farm, martial arts adoption agency. You have no imagination, she says. I imagined a website. We mope into Irish, but then we frequently mope into Irish. It's the sort of class you have to mope into. Bouncing into Irish feels wrong. We need to make sure, says Grace, that we weed out people who would define romantic as paring toenails into a turf fire. Ask the wrong questions, and we might as well sell your body to science. Why my body? She shrugs. Your nose is crooked. You have that winged shoulder thing. There's bound to be something interesting about your insides too. Before I can decide to be insulted, we're neck deep in double science. Reproduction continues its merry incursion into our psyches. I wonder if someday we'll find our future partners by DNA. Swapping globules of spit in petri dishes with wannabe mates to test for compatibility. I have my answer for her on the corridor before English. We ask the questions no other website would think of. Such as? Okay, so I haven't got much beyond, are you romantic and will you be nice to my mum? And only then in my head, I don't know, we have to do some research, ask people we know what they'd want to ask. Great idea. Grace sweeps her eyes to the sky and nearly crashes into Miss Willow, who scowls. I don't think she actually likes kids. I am not asking my mum what she wants in a man. Whatever we might learn, says Grace, it would not be good for me to know. I don't mean our mums. I meant friends, says I. And we don't have to tell them why. We pull out To Kill a Mockingbird, a novel of which we're already sincerely bored. This is a shame because I loved it the first time we read it. Mr. Quinn is still rummaging around in his desk as if he's looking for a small rodent that has been at his notes. Then it comes to me. First brainwave of the day. I usually expect at least one. Something to do with being 14 and female. We use Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie for role models and come up with questions we would like to hear them answer. After English, we get a 10-minute break before PE with the rabbit who hates me. He is teaching us, trying to teach us basketball, teamwork and sporting spirit. Apparently the school used to have a great reputation for athletics. Something to do with pulling barrow loads of seaweed off the beach to feed the fields in force 9 gale winds. Oh, and potatoes. Last time he told me to get more involved, a basketball hit me on my left ear. I heard bells for a week. Sport is not for all. It ought not to be pushed down the throats and up the noses of teenagers. In the changing room, Grace grabs space on the bench beside me. It has to be foolproof. Foolproof as in it filters out the fools? As in only intelligent, kind, genuinely romantic men and women get through. We shove out into the hall for the latest dose of sport-related torture. I mean, we need women to lure the men onto the site that you want your mum to nibble, right? I meant figuratively, said Grace. Ooh, posh words, Theo pushes past. Probably means you're a lesbian. Theo has a thing for lesbians. Grace says it's only because he really, really wants to be one. Hope so, she says. I pull her aside. I don't want Mum to nibble. I want her to date. That's all. She's choosy and she's particular. Like my mum isn't, says Grace. I didn't mean that. Nibbling is what happens to a fishing line. You have no idea what is nibbling, but you land it anyway and hope it's not a crab or an old boot. I know this because Chris dragged me fishing 3 times when I was 10. I didn't see the why. He always threw the fish back when he caught one. So you want your mum to hook a proper fish with all his own fins, flippers and fantasy pecs? Sort of. Isms, she says as we change after PE. If we actively filter people or turn them away because we don't like the answers they give, we could be charged with ageism or sexism or a whole pile of other isms. Isms are not good, says Kathy as the lunch bell goes. She still uses long words and has the most amazing dreams that she says are like alternative reality that she only can navigate. Grace nods wisely and waits for Kathy to leave. If word spread that we were elitist, the site would get blacklisted. Nobody likes being rejected. Okay, so how do we attract the right people? You're the one with the gift, she says. How do you know when two people fit together? That's a good one. I chew my fingernails while Grace checks her mascara for the umpteenth time today in the bathroom mirror. It's a rare moment of calm. I only chew the second last fingernail of each hand. They're the most invisible of nails. I'm very disciplined this way. It's something they have, I say, finally. Some energy or way of connecting. Can you write a questionnaire to find that one? To find that out? I think back to Eve and Sprite, our former chef and waiter. All they needed was to be told that what they already knew deep down, that the other person felt the same way. I don't know. Usually I need to see them together. It's something in the air between them and I just know. So, let me get this straight, says Grace as we leave the changing room. You're planning to flash into cyberspace and sniff every person on the site like a rabid dog so you can match them. What a great idea, I say. Thump. I might start wearing upper arm shields under my school jumper. Either that or I need to stop saying things that make Grace retaliate with a thump. You know, your thumps are getting weaker, I say, diving into the canteen and the safety of the hoard. Funny, everyone smells of BO today, and at least 3 people at my table are eating egg sandwiches. Egg sandwiches should be banned from schools. Insert on egg sandwiches. Eggs are supposedly good for us, protein and stuff, but think of the moral implication of eating dead, okay, not quite fertilized, but could have been baby chicks. I mean, they haven't even had a chance of being born before they're boiled, mashed up, mixed with onion and mayo, and squished between bread. Is this why a hen lays an egg? This cannot be the reason hens lay eggs. More importantly, not only do egg sandwiches smell like sick, but they are innately eco-friendly by flooding the environment with putrid air, which probably is really bad for the ozone layer, what's left of it. That they taste nice and are vaguely healthy are not good enough reasons to allow them in any enclosed space containing teenagers. To be continued.